Hi, it's Robbie Silva, and this is my history project. Um, what's your name, age, and relationship to me?
My name is Donna Lowy, and I'm 72, and this is my oldest grandson.
What do you remember about November 22nd, 1963, when John F. Kennedy was assassinated?
On that day, I was driving home from the grocery store, and I had my oldest son in the back. He was like almost 3 years old. This was your father, and we the announcement came over the radio that the president had been shot. So we hurried home and put the TV on, and of course it was on all the channels all day long. And my little son, he talked about, he wanted to know what was going on, what was happening and stuff, and he was very interested and got very involved and kind of learned about death and that kind of stuff. There, it's very very sad day. The country loved the family, loved the Kennedys, and this was real hard on the country.
How about the Vietnam War? Do you think America had lost trust in the federal government by the end of the war?
It was not a popular war, and at that time I was very involved. I had three children then, and I wasn't that involved, or I had too many other things going on. But I think once they got home, the soldiers got home. I don't think they were treated fairly, and I'm hoping that the country, and I think sure they have learned to be better with the troops when they come home. They were there to help us, and it was not a good thing.
And what do you think about the world's perspective on how of the U.S. how they changed the first man on the moon, which was on July 20th, 1969?
Yeah, that was an exciting thing, and it was exciting, and I think it was good for the country, and it gave us a boost, and we were happy. That was good.
And what were your views on the Nixon resignation on August 8th, 1974?
Well, that kind of boosted up got our attention, I think, a little bit, and that maybe our government isn't what they're saying that they are or whatever. So I mean, I think this kind of was a little heads up on know your politicians and vote. With the make sure you know what's going on.
And in what way do you think our nation changed on November 9th, 1989, when the Berlin Wall fell?
I think the country was very happy, and for Germany, and I think their people were, it showed us that it can be done. This was a wall put up, and the North and the South were just, now they're back together with their families, and their country was a whole. It was a good thing that it can be done, and we know it can be done.
Um, what do you remember about September 11th, 2001, and which was one of the worst terrorist attacks on our country? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, this was one of the worst because of the terrorists, and I think that the country is scared, and all the terrorism that we have to worry about getting on the airplanes, and we hear a big sound or whatever, or a railroad track or something, and we want to know right away is it a terrorist attack or what have you. I think the country's very scared.
And finally, it said that every American citizen has a dream, and it could be wealth, happiness, or a better life for their children, or etc. What was your dream, your American dream?
My American dream is I've had it basically already. We grew up in the best time, and I just want the best for my grandchildren and great grandchildren. I want the stress to be gone. I want peace. I want everybody to be at peace and be friendly with each other and give each other joy and get the stress out of life and enjoy life. And I don't think it's not there yet. So we need to really work on that.
And regarding the JFK assassination and 9/11, what more impacted you and your family and country?
Well, definitely the 9/11 because it's not going to end. It's not going to end soon. So it's something that we're going to have to work on all the time. like I say, we've lived through the best, and we want that for our children and their children, and hopefully someday we'll have peace.
Okay, thanks, Gravity. I'm
Thanks.
doing my part now. And regarding 9/11 for me, I just remember I was in my parents' room before kindergarten, going to St. Patrick's school over in AG, and I just remember watching on TV and not really knowing, but then now as the years gone by, like I learned more information, and just it was just such a tragedy, and I learned about it more. And then my favorite unit this year in history was probably the Vietnam War, and also learning about the 60s and 70s kind of era because that's where my parents grew up in, and it just kind of just seeing what they came from and then like kind of matching it with mine, like by music, culture, just all that. And my American dream was pretty much just having, like what my grandma said, stress free and just having good for generations to come and just making sure life's all good. All right, thanks for watching.